Hey y'all, hope sounds okay. I'm in my truck without my microphone, windows down. It's windy today, so maybe it's not too bad. Today is going to talk to you about your first day on a new job. All right, for especially this construction, because it's more what I know. But anyway, young or old, your first day, when you show up, be 10, 15 minutes early. That's non-negotiable. If you show up late, you're already in a bad position. You want to make a good impression because you want to work with these people and you want them to teach you and you want to learn from them. So show up 10, 15 minutes early anyway. You show up, walk around, introduce yourself, shake everybody's hand. Now, shake it firm, not like you're trying to break it, but don't give them no flimsy, floppy, weak hand. Give them a good firm handshake, introduce yourself, and then find you a place to sit. And before you sit down, I ask and make sure you ain't getting somebody's seat, because if you get somebody else's seat that they're used to, you've already screwed yourself right there. You don't want to make waves your first thing. Find you a seat, sit down, talk to people when they talk to you, and pay attention when you walk in, you introduce yourself, because you're going to find some of them, they're going to be real happy and friendly and grateful you're there, and some of them, you're going to have that one or two that's kind of quiet and just hateful seeming. Now, that don't mean they hateful, and it don't mean they don't like you. They may not, but most of the time that it's not what it is. They're just, that's how they are. And a lot of people don't like dealing with new guys because we get so many new guys and girls, not just guys, they ain't worth having on the job. You'll get a lot of them, and you'll see that yourself if you stick with it long enough. But so they're a little standoffish. But anyway, introduce yourself, sit down, listen to your pre-job, get your job assignments, get your foreman, get you lined out. Where everybody gets up to go to work, grab your hard hat, head out with them. Just kind of follow them, walk with them. There'll be one or two will be willing to tell you stuff and help you and listen to them. Go get your tools, get lined out, go look at your job, see what you got to do. We'll look it down, see what all you need. And if you got questions about what you're doing, what you're actually doing, ask your working partner. I mean, they'll tell you if you ask and you're sincere about it and you really come off like you want to learn, they'll tell you, they'll help you, and they'll show you. Now, don't go in knowing everything. Don't even start acting like you know everything on your first day. I don't care if you've done it 10 times. If this is your new first time with this crew, your first impression goes a long way. Humble yourself. Don't act like you're cocky and arrogant and know everything. Well, even if you do, you got to learn how to work with this crew, because it's a different crew than what you worked with before. So you've got to make yourself adaptable to the new crew. All right, you look at your job. That's a good time. You ask your questions. Ask your work partner. Okay, so what are we doing? How do we got to do this? What are we going to do? What are we expecting to get done? What point do we want to get to by lunch or break or end of the day? You got to find these things out. All right, get tools. Don't jump up in everybody's way. Let them get started working. Ask them what they want you to do, and you do what they ask you to do. And you're the new guy. You're going to get the dirty, nasty, grunt, hard work. That's part of it. You're paying your dues. We all had to do it, and you're going to have to do it. If you start whining and crying and fussing and bitching about it right off, you might as well find a different crew, because you ain't going to work out. You just accept it and do it. Just you making good money to do that, do it. Do it. Be prideful of what you're doing. I don't care if you're cleaning parts. Be the best damn cleaner they've ever seen. That goes a long way. That'll earn you a lot of respect. And that, especially with those guys that was kind of quiet and standoffish that you didn't think liked you. You do your job, you do it well, you don't whine, cry, bitch about it. That's how you'll earn their respect. They're not going to give it to you. You're going to have to earn it. You ain't going to just walk in automatically and, hey, I've got this many years experience, blah, blah, blah. They don't care. That don't mean anything. What you do to them and how you act and treat them is how you going to get treated in return. If you want respect, you show respect, and you'll earn it by doing your job and doing it well. Now, if something's questionable you're doing, stop and question it. There ain't nobody going to get mad at you for asking a question. Because it's the first time you've looked at it. You may say something easier or better way that they've just not thought about because they're used to doing it a certain way. Ask them. They're not going to care. I mean, hell, I've done stuff 100 times and then have new people say, well, why don't we do this? Well, that's a good idea. Why don't we? Nobody's thought about it. Nobody's pointed it out. So they'll be receptive to you. You just got to ask. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just ask. They'll listen to you. And if they don't want to listen to you, that's your first sign somebody you don't want to put a lot of faith or trust in because they're worried more about their appearance and looking good to the boss. Somebody who cares about their job, a good tradesman, quality skilled craftsman, they want to know and they understand that they're still learning too. Don't matter you've been doing it 20, 30 years, you're still learning. And the minute you think you're not going to learn anything else, you're done. That's as far as you'll ever get in life. You're going to be learning the rest of your life. Same job you've done. I've been doing this 30 years, and I learn new stuff all the time. I got a young guy tells me stuff a lot, and he'll bring up questions and ideas, and hell, they're good. I never thought of them. Nobody pointed them out to me before. So being a new guy has its perks. But to fit in with the crew, you got to fit in. But the main thing you got to do is carry your own weight. They don't care how much you know. They don't care how smart you are, how good a welder you are. You got to show them. You got to do it. You got to do your job. You got to help a hand when a hand needs help. If you get done with your job and you see somebody over there in a bind or doing some hard work or could use a hand just handing them something, get in there and help them. Don't wait for them to ask you. Just get over there and say, hey, look, what can I do? What can I help you with? What can I do for you? Can I help you? Do you need me to go get you something? You want me to run get you some tools, some rags, cleaner, something? Ask them. But you got to put yourself in that situation to where you're an asset to the crew. You've got to make yourself to where the crew knows if they need something, they can depend on you to be the one to help them. No matter how small it is, nobody likes cleaning, but that's part of the job. It has to get done, regardless. Nobody likes it. Just do it well, and when you're done and you didn't bitch and whine and fuss about it, then they're gonna acknowledge that. They're gonna notice it. Now, you ain't going to get their respect the first day, first week, so don't give up and don't feel bad if they treat you like you're not any good, because they're going to. And a lot of times they're doing that. They're pushing you to see what your character really is. If you're really going to be a good hand or if you're just trying to be there to make a good impression. So you've got to give them time. Give them time, and you just do your job. You do you. And you help where you can help. And you do quality work. Don't ever say a job's done if you're not 100% sure it's done. Because you don't want to tell your foreman or your work buddy or whatever it's done, and then them go back and look at it and you still like a long ways. That's a bad mark on you right there. If you don't know, when you get done, ask somebody else. Ask one of your working partners. Say, hey, I think I'm done. Am I done? Do I need to do anything else? Just ask. People will help you. I mean, I'm an old guy. I want young guys learning how to do this. Hell, the more you young guys know and understand and can do on your own, that's less stress and headache on me. I mean, of course, that's my opinion. Some older hands might not look at it that way. But hell, I want you to know all I know and then some. The better you are, the better the job is. Better it helps me and makes me look. less work I have to do, manual labor. I mean, you help me, I help you. That's the way it works. That's how you become an asset to your crew. You have to be in it for the crew. You got to help your crew. But that's your first day. Second day, third day, ain't no different. You keep doing all that. You do it that way, you'll find your spot, you'll find your groove in the crew, and you'll earn the respect. Now, some you ain't never going to get their respect, but ones that you can't earn their respect, they ain't got none for themselves, and they're just there to draw a paycheck anyway. You don't even waste your time worrying about them. And you'll figure them out quick. It won't take long. You'll figure out those guys quick, and that's the ones you don't even worry about. You ask them for something if you need help, and you help them if they need it, even though they ain't the best hand. If they need help, you still help them. And it don't matter who it is on your job. If they need a hand, you help them. I don't care if it's scooping up shit. They need help, you help them. That's how you earn your place and make a career out of this kind of work. You have to sell yourself, and you have to be a good hand. If you ain't going to be a good hand, nobody needs you. Now, that's just the way it is. You got to make yourself needed. You got to make yourself to where people say, yeah, I know that old boy or that old girl. I'd like to have them. Send them out here to me. That's when you start making real money, start making a real career, and you start building respect. And that's what you got to do to make your career, to build your life. And that's with any job. That's not just construction. That's any job. You got to make a name for yourself, a good name for yourself, and then you can go on. Then you start building, and then you start teaching people. You show people little things you learn along the way. That's how you get respect. That's how you have a good career and a good life. If y'all ain't, hit that subscribe button down there if you like what I say. Hell, that way you'll know when I post more stuff. Hell, if you know somebody that's fixing to start a job, hell, send it to them. Especially these new young guys and girls that ain't never worked out like this. They don't know. They don't have a clue. If their parents didn't do it, they're clueless. I knew a lot of it before I started because my dad's done it. Both my boys has done it, so they knew a lot when they started. But there's a lot of people who's first generation construction hand. They've never been around it, so they don't know. But if you know somebody that would like to hear it, well, share it with them. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to keep coming back with these. As long as people keep commenting every once in a while and I get a positive one, I'm going to keep coming back and putting them out there. So far, I've had good feedback, so I'm going to be here. Y'all going to see me, like it or not, I'm going to be here. But anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one. See ya.